Hello, my name is Xavier Mercado, and this is Spearhead Conversations. Today, I'm joined by special guest, Charlie Clips.
Yeah, clap it up, y'all.
Hey.
Clap it up.
Most of you would know him from Wild 'N Out, but let me tell you, his reputation that exceeded him before Wild 'N Out is one of the illest, the realest, the legendary battle rapper out here in the great states of the USA. I saw Charlie was coming to Milwaukee, and I reached out, and without a doubt, he reached back.
We are here.
Yeah.
X, you know what I'm saying? And man, thank you for having me as well, man. Hospitality is amazing. That goes a long way. You know what I mean? And one of the best people to ever get up with and vibe and kick it with, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So just appreciate your hospitality and the love you got, man. So
definitely.
Let's give you a round of applause.
Thank
man,
you.
You know what I'm saying? So conversation, let's get it.
Let's get it. Without further ado, how are you doing, Charlie?
Man, I'm extremely blessed, man. I'm always blessed, no matter what's going on. That means if you're able to ask me that question and I'm able to answer you, then I'm blessed.
Yeah.
That means I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That's what that means, you know what I mean? So just give the glory to God and just that's it, man,
First and foremost, I want to say growing up, watching you, on Wild 'N Out, and even before that, your battle raps, you've been an inspiration. Especially me getting in a career when most people don't understand the type of consistency you have to make in order to create a name for yourself.
Yes, sir.
I saw you make a name for yourself before you got in front of the big screen, and for me, that's everything. You know what I mean? Little man coming out, his own city. Definitely, I just want to say thank you for showing up, and thank you for spending this time and just sharing with the audience who you are as a person. Again, I know we met up last night.
At the event.
At the
battle event,
you hosted.
Black Elite Battle League. You know what I mean? Salute to Black Elite and my dog for getting me out here and everything. And the event was dope. It was fun, man. I had a great time. Man.
Some ferocious battles out there. I saw you even coaching some of the battlers after their battles. And to me that shows the type of genuine person you are. So again, thank you for showing up, and you ready to jump into this?
Got it. I'm blessed, so if I can pass, the knowledge or my blessings to anybody, I do it in a heartbeat. So kicking it, with the battle rappers, who may not be, of my stature, who will be or surpass me, I just try to give them, the game that I can, man. Yeah. So the game could keep going. You know what I mean? Battle rap could continue going. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't keep all that knowledge and all the energy and blessings to yourself. Share that shit. You know what I mean? So that's what I live by. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's do it, man. I'm ready.
Let's do it. Let's jump in. So where were you born?
Oh, Harlem. ASAP. Harlem.
Let's do this for you.
Harlem is in the building. To be exact, 142nd Street, Lenox Ave, Crime Square.
Lenox.
You know what I'm saying? 142nd Street and Lenox Avenue, 42nd and Crime Square. That's where I'm born. That's where I was born. That's where I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Man, many years, you know what I'm saying, on the block. So, salute to the block, you know what I mean, and everybody. But yeah, Harlem.
Definitely.
All day, every day.
I was born in the South Bronx, so back in
you from the X, right?
Yeah.
X, Xavier. I said, you know what? I should have known that, yo.
Yeah, but I was raised in Milwaukee, but I always, go back. That's accessible when you have a Amtrak, when you're on someone's benefit plan. But I always have love for New York and just being there so much and soaking up the culture that's over there. It's so different from anywhere you can ever visit. Yeah. And definitely the respect is there. And you say Harlem, and I know how Harlem get down, bro.
Harlem all day, every day, man. Love my borough, man. You know what I'm saying? Love NY in general. Yeah. You know what I mean? The X, Queens, Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Staten, you know what I mean? So, but it's Harlem all day, man. Yeah. So that's where I'm from.
So how was your childhood growing up in Harlem?
Oh, my childhood, to be honest with you, I had a great childhood. You know what I mean? Whether, with the ups and downs, things of that nature,
Yeah,
you know what it's like in front of the hood.
for
So
sure.
it's always trials, tribulations, ups and downs.
Yeah.
Nobody lived in the hood and just cleanly lived in the hood without going through something. You dig what I'm saying? So for my childhood, reason why I say my childhood was great because everything that happened in my childhood prepared me to be where I'm at today.
Yeah.
So when you soak up all those years of what you've been through and what you've seen and things of that nature and you apply it, you know what I mean, to your life as you get older, it was all worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back then, you know what I mean? And then now, me having a son now, you know what I'm saying? My little man, 9 months, about to be 10 months, in a few days.
Oh, there
you
we
know what I
go.
mean? So having a son now, you know what I mean, is like you think about your childhood because you want to show him better things or, you know what I mean? Even if you had a great childhood, you want him to have a greater one. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You want your son to up you one time, mainly on everything, you know what I mean? Your child. So, so I let him go to the hood, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. My son has been over to the block so he can know, you know what I mean, with
The
his
blessings.
roots, you know what I'm saying? And, salute to my moms, salute to my grandmoms, you know what I'm saying, man, and they raised me, and they did what they can, man, for me and my brothers, and it's an amazing thing. They made sure, I always had, I never had to struggle growing up or none of that, man. So I can truly say that I am extremely blessed in my childhood. It was an amazing blessing for me. And I've been through some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I cannot complain, man. So
Yeah.
my childhood, I loved it.
What were hobbies of yours that kept you? You said you had a great childhood.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
what I mean? You had a blessed childhood. What were type of hobbies you were into?
You try to take me there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, X. First of all, that's just video games. Like if, I'm 80s. You know what I mean? So I'm an
Yeah.
80s baby.
Who said
Yeah,
Atari?
I'm an 80s baby. So you already know Atari,
Yeah.
Genesis, Super Nintendo. Now, the only game I didn't get that I actually could have got, no, you know what? I think my mom's did buy me a Neo Geo. And if you remember, Neo Geo was like
Yeah.
$700,
sure.
$500 was the first most expensive game in the world at that time. They wanted like $500-$700, and back in the 90s, $500-$700 was really like
Yeah.
$1,200.
sure.
If you're doing the math of the worth of things at that time. So it was a super heavy game, and that game was so shaky, man. I'm just thinking about it, like all that money, and it was the least most exciting game out of all the other
Yeah.
games and stuff. Neo Geo, yeah, I did some bull crap back then, but yeah. So video games was my main thing. Growing up, of course, I was a cartoon head. You know what I mean? That's why I'm, with my bars and everything, like TV, like I really, was into TV like crazy, TV shows, movies, things of that nature. So I always watch TV, study things, and everything. And then I was into art, literally drawing and poetry, so
Okay.
always some form of art I
Yeah.
was always into. So video games, some form of art and everything, and then just TV. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's what I really did as a kid when I was growing up, mainly.
Well, through the journey, music came into play. Writing came into play.
High school.
What is your earliest memory of that coming into your life to where it caught you and it never let go?
Of me actually started rapping?
Yeah.
Started rapping?
Yeah.
Always high school. Always high school. I was into music. My mother and my grandmother would blast music all through the house. Holidays,
Yeah.
Christmas, all the damn songs in the world come on Christmas, all the R&B Christmas songs, then the hood songs, then all the, so it's just songs galore. My mother used to dance and stuff. She was in a couple videos back then too, dancing and
snaps.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mama, it wasn't that Diddy party. Watch yourself. Get out, mama.
Get out.
So my mama did a couple videos. So it was always into music. That's first and foremost. But Bone Thugs and Harmony. It
Oh,
was
for
always
sure.
my favorite group growing up. So I knew the words to all the stuff and stuff. Me and my brothers, my cousins, we shot a video and everything. And stuff. It was funny. So Bone Thugs and stuff was the group, but what made me get into actually rapping now.
Yeah.
Right? So that's my introduction into music. But what got me into actually becoming an MC myself
Yeah.
was Washington Irving High School.
Okay.
I always loved this story because it's a true story. You know, if anybody from Irving, you know, back then could tell you when I was in there, this is definitely how this went. So I used to cafeteria area,
Yeah.
lunchtime is most probably
Where it's lit.
exciting,
It's
most
lit.
exciting part of the day. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what's going on in your cafeteria, you know what I mean? So these dudes used to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? They just used to spit and as they were rapping, I'm just listening and I'm like, yo, these dudes are saying some shh. You know what I mean? Like, yo, they getting busy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, the way they putting this together, this is dope. And mind you, I used to listen to the DJ Clues, rest in peace, K Slay. You know what I mean? The Funk Master Flexes. You know what I mean? The strong, Armstrongs and Cut Master C's and I could keep going on and on about all the mixtapes that I used to bump going back and forth to school. Mind you, I come from an era where the locks, you know what I'm saying, was with this when they was punching, like they was bar heavy, super bar, because they still are, but I mean, this is when they was really just out barring niggas and doing all that. So you got to think Fabulous, you know what I'm saying, the locks, you know what I'm saying, this is that era where they was on tracks together, killing, going crazy, different stuff. So I used to be in school and I'm like, damn, these dudes could spit. So one day I'm on my way home from school. I was during the weekend. I stopped by the store. I get a composition notebook, right? Little black and white joint, right? Cool. Okay, bop, bop, bop. 1 page, bop, bop, bop. 2 page, bop, bop, bop. 3 page, bop, bop, bop. 4 pages. Come back to school. They in the cafeteria, right? So they rapping or whatever. So, so I go, yo, I got something, man. I got something. Niggas like my brother Dread, like, he West Indian, so he suck his teeth automatically. You know what I mean? Man, shut up. You know what I'm saying? So everybody like, man, go ahead. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you I got something. They was like, all right, when he finished, go.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say, X, is after I went, I never felt what I felt in the room that day. That aura was just something different. It was like it was a high. That shit was a high. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, geez, they going crazy over this shit. I'm saying this in my head.
Yep.
To the point I couldn't even finish the first joint. I had to wait. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, they're like, nah, I'll go again. So I spit the rhymes or whatever, right? The cafeteria going crazy. Now, mind you, I was always a class clown sort of, or just vocal. Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? I'm vocal with it. Like, I'm not afraid of shit. I'm vocal. So I was loud. You know what I mean? So now, cafeteria, everybody looking, you know what I mean? They all listening. They all going crazy. I got the whole cafeteria jumping, going crazy and shit, right? And salute to the twins, man. That God bless. I hope everything good with them. Salute to the twins. You know what I mean? That was in Irving. You know what I mean? We go 97, 2001. And one of the twins was like, yo, come on, we're going to walk this way. Now, walking this way is the corridor where everybody from the next lunch period is coming in and everybody leaving out. So instead of leaving out, he was like, yo, come on, we're going to go this way. So we go into the hallway now where everybody waiting to come in. Twin go, yo, one more time, yo, spit, let it fly. Say that shit you said earlier. I open the book up, I spit him again, and the whole shit erupts to the point security had to run because they thought it was a fight. They thought everybody was upstairs fighting because all you hear is this big pandemonium. You think what I'm saying? Yeah. And that the whole hallway just going crazy. Oh my God, that's squad. They screaming. Security come, what's going on? Da, 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 da. They like, he was rapping, da, da, da. So I told them that I was rapping. They start letting everybody in the joint, right? So everybody going into the lunchroom. And this was just like one part right here. So I'm walking to go to my next class. Security stopped me. Go, yo. I go, what's up? He goes, that shit was fire. that security said that was fire. You know what I'm saying? And I was just that day was just, I'm like, yo,
it's there, bro.
I shook the fucking building on my first day. And that happened for me.
Yeah.
And when that happened, that's what made me say, okay,
I got this.
I literally never wrote a rhyme again a day in my life after that. When I bring that up, it's to say I'm evolving into an MC now. Like I'm a real artist, a real thing. Like this, what I'm doing now. Now I wrote my first 4 rhymes just to see what's up. Now I'm repeating them. I'm studying them now. I know how to. I'm performing,
delivery.
I'm working. Yeah. I see what's up, and then that's how I became a battle rapper. Pretty much a rapper in general. You know what I mean, and everything. It was just the ciphers where battle felt already.
Sure.
You dig what I'm saying and stuff. So that's how I started really rapping.
Hello, everybody. This is Xavier Mercado. Today's sponsor is SNR Flooring. With about 20 years of experience, this is quality service beyond compare. Specializing in installation and hardwood floor refinishing, these are the friends you'd like to reach. Give them a call at 414-940-0528. If not, you can visit their website, snrwoodfloors.com. Tired of your old floor? SNR is the premier choice. Top-tier customer service and professionalism that exceeds the standard. My advice, don't get clipped by the competition. Again, give them a call or visit that website. We'd like to thank the great team at SNR Flooring. And with that being said, let's get back to the interview. That's amazing. So now, Charlie Clips is your name right now.
Yes, sir.
That's the alias. Has that always been the alias, or did you have in the evolution?
I hate this question.
Oh,
I hate this one. All right, so right, I don't think nobody ever probably really had the first rap name they ever came up with. I think everybody has changed it at some point if you made it when you were young.
For sure.
So, and I'm laughing because that was one of the biggest things for me, right? So now I'm a rapper.
Yeah, definitely.
Now I'm an MC. What the fuck is my name, right?
Yep.
All right. So I remember I had took a sheet of paper, and I remember I was just writing down a bunch of names. And I remember Salute Peso, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, my brother Fernando. We was just, they was getting their names. They had their names. I didn't have mine. So I'm like, all right, let me come up with this name. So Dread, reading the names and stuff, no. So
this is about to go down.
my first name that I got when I was like, this is what I'm running with, was Caution, right?
Ooh.
Now see how you said, right? Ooh. Yellow tape.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I'm going to murder something.
Harlem, son.
After I came up with that name, about a week later, maybe, if not a week, then 2, a rapper named Caution, the gay rapper, came out. and his shit was playing on the radio and everything. And his name was Caution, the gay rapper.
Wow.
And I was cracking up, and I was like, so as soon as I make my damn name, here come Caution, the gay rapper, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, man. I gotta look for a new name.
For sure.
So I say, my dog Jada, that's my boy, Kiss, I always like the syllables and, J, the Kiss, and how it sounded. It just sounds smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then I'm like, I want to keep my name Charlie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I always want Charlie is C in my name, which is why I came up with Caution, because C was in there. So I'm like, all right, Charlie. Then, you had to be some type of weapon. That's what make you sound, fire, arson, bullets, something. I was like, Clips. Charlie Clips. I wrote it on a paper. It looked good. The double C's and stuff. Dread was like, fire.
Yeah.
I messed with that. So then I became Charlie Clips. Well, and then the Clips came out with Grinding.
Yeah.
Right? And they was a sensation when they came out. So I was like, come on. I can't just get... So it almost...
Change that?
It almost made me change it.
Yeah.
I actually changed my rap name for like 3 days.
Oh,
because
wow.
I was trying to, I was stuck. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, Caution shit got taken. Now Clips is taken. They hot. You know what I mean? But then after a while, I was like, man, F that. Because Charlie Clips has got a ring to it. Man, what's up?
Yeah,
And God bless, I stick with that. Now I'm a household name. Now I got over 200 million views and most viewed battle rapper ever and everything with that name. You know what I'm saying? On tours and different stuff. I made it, like, you know what I mean? But back then, names were tough to come by. And once you made your name, if somebody else had it, you almost felt discouraged to use it. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
That's the whole story right there.
Well, you know, Charlie Clips now, like you said, you've made your name. But in these type of journeys, that don't come easy.
Nah, at all.
The name is just the first part. Yeah. Now it's creating the consistency that goes through with that.
Yeah.
What were the type of barriers you faced in the beginning of your journey into this passion of yours?
When you say barriers, exactly what you mean, like in terms of things that might have transpired in music or battle rap, or things that have transpired in life to
derail you in some type of way, some type of adversity you had to overcome in trying to pursue this as a
you know what's funny?
Level.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about it. Adversity for me didn't come into my life in terms of my music or battle rap, right? Mm-hmm. I made it through there without really adversity.
Yeah.
That didn't come till later on.
For sure.
The irony for me.
Yeah.
Usually you face it before to help you get there. But for me, I had a pretty clean. Don't worry, I don't think you got COVID. You can let your cough out. He said,
yeah.
Let your cough out. I might got a cough too. Don't worry. We rocking. We here.
Yeah.
So for me, it came probably in the middle for me. You know what I mean? So that's the strange part. Yeah. So God bless. I didn't face nothing into the game or getting into it. I didn't go through nothing, to be honest with you. It was actually a smooth transition for me, you know what I mean, or whatnot, you know what I mean, because it was really all about me and how I would perform, if I would take things serious or not. So it wasn't that. And then, in battle rap, the shot became at my, my pops or whatnot in his life for things that transpired with him. So that's when I started facing adversity in music and battle rap, because it was a couple things that probably could have took me out, that could make a man buckle, fold, you know what I'm saying, never want to do it again. But of course, I roll with G.O.D. and my heart too tough for that. So stood strong, held it down, and everybody know what's up. So, but that was something that could have folded a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and like salute to everybody, in that situation. Everybody good, everybody, great. But it was a tough time at that moment. Mm-hmm. That particular year and change or whatever it was a tough situation, tough time. But like I said, that's when adversity.
So the law, because you lost your father. Is that
no? My father's serving life in prison.
Okay, so your father ended up going to prison and serving life. Yeah. So that's where you say it.
Oh, you probably think when I say my mom's a real gangster, my family and all that. My journey, my pops is no. Salute to him. He doing his time. He doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shit. But no, my pops is here.
Okay, got you. With that type of having to go through something like that, how has that changed you as a person? Because to lose someone of that type of influence on your life is detrimental sometimes. Mm-hmm. You've rose to your name and to what you've created for yourself. Mm-hmm. How did that impact you?
Well, it impacted me because it made me stronger.
Yeah.
It made me tougher. It made me really ready for so in life, like I say, man, it's usually things are not supposed to be impossible. Everything could be achieved.
Yeah.
But there are things that isn't, like, it is impossible. And one of the most impossible things is to live and think you're not gonna go through something.
Yeah. Because
it's not up to you sometimes to choose whether you're going to go through something or not. Somebody can put you through something. So, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So in that regard, it just made me so much tougher, and it was something I was going to have to face and go through anyway. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, as my mom's and my grandmother raised me, at some point, me and my pops was gonna have to have a conversation. At some point, I'm gonna have to figure out life without him as he serves his time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure out, you know what I mean, that my grandmother's gone, one of the people who raised me. I gotta figure out how to move without her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And make so it's always a tough thing.
Yeah.
But that's what life is. That's what it's about. It's overcoming those type of moments, right? To make the victory even better when you win.
For sure.
That's you go through that pain because it's so much sweeter when you win in those situations. And in my situation, you dig what I'm saying? It was a tough situation, but I won because everybody's alive, everybody's good. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody's making money. Yeah. And that's the main thing. You dig what I'm saying?
For sure.
So for me, like I said, going through that just made me so much of a tougher person. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like because that's some shit that can make a nigga fold, like I said.
For sure.
Nah, not me. That was my opportunity to see who I really am and how can I handle shit. And then on top of all of that, I got a son. I didn't have a daughter, you know what I mean? And I had a son. So it trickles down. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? And you gotta that whole you gotta break that up somehow.
You gotta
And now I have a new chapter in my life, right? That's also gonna add adversity. Because everything might not be peaches and cream with my son.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now I got a new task. So even when you're celebrating one victory, here comes something else that you I gotta make sure this right now and then celebrate this one just as well.
Yeah.
So now I have my son in my life, you know what I mean? The most amazing gift God has ever blessed me with besides the life of my own is my son.
Yeah.
So now, you dig what I'm saying? And that's how I am. My son, here, regardless of what, with me and your grandfather, that is your grandfather. And you need to have your own relationship with him, and you choose what you want to do as you get older. But you need to know who your grandfather is.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll, man. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, man, like I said, it was a tough little situation, but we all climbed out of it. Niggas is good. And, here I am, man, still rocking.
Yeah. Charlie, I just want to say I salute you.
Yo, thank you, my brother.
Hey, for real, because most do buckle in that type of.
It's tough.
When that type of life hits you in the face, most don't understand what to do, how to go on.
Yeah.
And you definitely have surpassed that, and honestly have made a name for yourself. Going back into you this MC, and now you've got the attention of not only your school, but you hitting the internet like it ain't nothing. And the clips that come out the mouth has got them. But
that's another story within itself.
What's your creative process like?
My creative process for me, it's funny that you said that because it all correlates and go back to my high school days.
Yeah.
So remember what I said? I wrote my first 4 rhymes, and then I never wrote again.
Yeah.
It's because I learned how to freestyle. It's for freestyle for me. So when I was growing up and stuff, you know what I mean, just literally just rapping. You know what I mean? Just literally just rapping, to myself, or just, you know what I'm saying, lamp, tramp, amp, stamp, camp, ramp, damp. And it's like, so many words that rhyme, they all make sense, they all after each other, right? It's like you could say one word to me and I could take that one word and rhyme like 19 words that rhyme with that word.
Yeah.
So it's like a dictionary and encyclopedia in your head that you just constantly go. So when I was coming from school and I'd be on a 3 train, coming from Manhattan going up to Harlem, I'm on a 3 train. I'm looking up. There's stuff about this ads about the dentist up there. It's ads about food, ads about hotels, different stuff in the train station. And I'm just in the train station going. And then, you had your friends with you and shit, and they going crazy because I'm just putting it all together. So I just was a nonstop rapping machine. And then, to the point my mind just became like on some, Neo from the Matrix. I just start seeing numbers all day. And then you looking at them like, what the fuck is this? But I'm looking at it like, nah, this is life. Like, this is how it goes. So that's my process in terms of like preparation and things of that nature of how I make my rhymes and stuff. To be honest with you, if it's recording music, I would never make a song before I get to the studio.
Okay.
I will always make one inside the studio. Because it's not about freestyling. I love making it up on the spot. I'm a firm believer that you cannot recreate energy. You can just make more energy, but you can't recreate the same
it, yeah.
energy. So however I feel at that moment with that song, I like to get it out right there.
Yeah.
I feel like making it in somewhere else and then going to record it, you're gonna lose something that day. You know what I mean? If song could still come out super fire, but it's still something missing. So I like to record on the spot with that. In terms of battle rap, my best time to prepare for me, bars and everything start flowing to me out of nowhere when I get closer to the date.
Yeah.
And so I became some kind of monster with that. So what I mean by that is that when I was a kid, at some point in my life, I used to have fear of success.
Yeah.
I used to, be scared of success. You know what I mean? Shit is going too good, it's going too well. You know what I mean? You start thinking too much, you know what I mean? Or you get put somewhere and then you might be a little nervous. But, as I started growing up, I did the Emperor's New Clothes in school in front of the whole school and shit. That's the story when a nigga was butt naked. Nigga sold the So I had to wear white long john underclothes to make me look fake naked or whatever when I was a kid. Remembered the whole script, performed in front of the school, shut it down, everything. Yeah, that was third. I think that was third or fourth grade.
Yeah.
And that shit just made me, I'm ready for whatever. So battle rap, my preparation and everything is when I get closer, the closer I get because your mind starts going, oh my God, it's 5 days left. You're going to lose if you play around. And everything just start boom, 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 boom. Because pause, I got to feel pressure and say, I turn bugged out. Like, there we go. And them shits just start flying to me like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So that's my preparation in terms of music and in terms of like battle rap.
Got you. Do you remember your first battle? And
Like you ain't even got to finish that question.
what were the type of emotions you felt that came with it?
You ain't even got to finish that. I'm going to tell you. One of the greatest moments in my life is because it's not just the battle, but it's who I battled. My brother, Fred, the Godson.
Oh my, bro. Oh my God.
My brother, rest in peace, Fred.
Rest in peace.
Fred, the Godson.
Wow.
Listen, let me tell you something. Remember when I said adversity, you get put in these spots and it's about my first battle was with Fred, the Godson.
And
Not my second, not my third, not my fourth. My first ever battle in my life. I battled Fred, the Godson, right? If anybody don't know, this is top 5 punchline spitters of all time.
yes.
We're going to specifically punchlines, lyricists, whatever you want to, top 5. And that's who I had to face.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm out there spitting 16s. He clipping me with 48 bars. He's a veteran. He got his. So let me tell you how it happened. And this is a legacy moment too, just as well, because my dogs was involved. And it's crazy how they was involved in the situation, and it turned out to be great for me. So Jay Mills and J.R. Ryder was battling.
Wow.
Probably for the 4th time. Them niggas was enemies.
Yeah.
They was enemies. You got the Heights, you know what I'm saying, versus Harlem. Uptown, downtown. Mills was uptown and downtown. So Mills was best of both worlds with that in terms of Harlem. And Ryder coming from uptown, you know what I mean, the Heights and shit. And then they always battle. They was enemies to the point they battling, they stop in the middle of they battle and start arguing. Fuck out of here, your tight ass jeans, nigga. I know you ain't talking. And just stop battling. So right, so the battle was over. Everybody just chilling. And he didn't know that he would actually help create a monster, which is me. So he didn't know this at the time, but it's actually a blessing that he did it. But Tone Wop. Now you remember the dance Tone Wop?
Yeah, definitely.
So him,
Okay.
he goes after J.R. Ryder and Mills argue. He goes.
I just want everyone to understand these names that he's saying are legendary.
Oh, legendary.
Oh my
rap scene,
gosh.
rap scene, underground, legendary
Harlem.
stuff.
For real.
Harlem all day.
Harlem for real.
Harlem in the Bronx. You know, Fred from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Even the X. So here's what happened. So WAP goes, man, it ain't over yet. So everybody like, what? He like, man, we got somebody else. Yeah. So, I'm like, who the fuck else you know what I mean? Like who I'm looking, I'm like, who else battle though? You know what I mean? Really, I'm waiting. He says, we got Charlie Clips.
Oof.
I said, oh shit. Because the reason why I was nice with the ciphers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was having ciphers and shit. So niggas knew my bars was crazy, but I wasn't no battle, rapper or whatever. Remember from school, I was having ciphers. So I'm like, all right, man, what's up? That was me, Big Heart. Man, what's up, man? Ain't gonna second guess it. What we doing? Mm-hmm. All I know is, salute to my brothers Dre and Zoe. All I know is, all you hear is, that's what you got? Fred.
Wow.
The crowd parted like the Red Sea. Everybody just moved. You just see a fat dude come through. Pardon me. Excuse me. How y'all doing? Everybody good? Everybody good? Much love. Much love. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Yeah.
This is the guy I'm about to battle saying peace and blessings. Much love to everybody. Excuse me. Pardon me. Some Buddha. He was like a Buddha. Buddha is, no violence, but don't play with Buddha. Like that's with Fred. Like he was just so peaceful and nice. So my first thing I say, this was my exact words. I said, man, this Freeway voice sounded. Salute to my dog Freeway, but Freeway had to be back and chose and whatever. So I'm like, man, I'm about to kill this fat fake Freeway voice having man. So they was like, we go, man. I said, yo, gangster with it though. I was gangster. So I go right, crowd loving it though, right? But I spit a 16, so my shit over fast. That was like 50 seconds. That shit done, right? So Fred. Okay.
Yeah.
He hit me with some shit, right? I'm like, oh my goodness, this guy. Mind you, I didn't know him at the time or nothing. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting to realize, what I'm in for. Yeah. Oh my goodness. He was telling me shit that you supposed to be saying at 30-something, 40-something years old. We 18, 20, 22, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or whatnot, 19. And he hitting me with grown-up shit, telling me about the truck and you know what I mean, and he said I put 1,000 in my shoelaces. Call that a G-string. It was so much stuff. He was just fronting on me, whatever. So we go round two. So round two, I spent another 16. But look though, I'm shaking the crowd. Ooh, they going crazy, but my rhymes is short. He hit me again. Boop, boop, boop. I'm like, damn. Oh shit, you know what? Let me put these two 16s together. So then I put two 16s together. That's how I got a 32 now. Okay, I'm rocking a little bit. Long story short, let me shorten this up, right? When I finished that battle, when I tell you that man, Fred, showed me the most love you can show a human being that you have no idea who he is, Fred's exact words was, yo, hold on, everybody. This is your first battle? Because I had to make that announcement. I'm like, nah, this is my first battle ever. I never battled before. His exact words was, yo, on everything I love, bro, please, whatever you do not stop. You have a chance to be the greatest nigga I've ever heard in my life. If this is your first battle, you are phenomenal. When I tell you, he introduced me to everybody from his hood individually. He was calling people in Harlem, yo, pull up on me. I need you to meet this dude. He kept introducing me. Sometimes he even had to say, yo, my fault. What's your name again? Yo, this dude right here.
I'm going to tell you like this.
Yeah.
That came out your mouth. And when they do this interview airs, you're going to see the reaction.
Yo.
Because let me tell you something. I've done my music, but Cole, Nas, these are the type of. It's all about for me lyricism. That's why,
right. Right.
And when it comes to lyricism, like you, Fred the Godson is someone that. If you trying to do anything in this path, you better study who he is.
Yes,
and
sir.
you better study what he's brought to the table. So
yes, sir.
I just gotta say,
yes,
man,
sir.
that is definitely
God has blessed
blessing.
me, right?
Yeah,
with this path that I've been on.
You definitely.
God has blessed me and to put me in front of him.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, this is gonna make or break you. But it wasn't that the crowd was going crazy over my lines.
Yeah.
It was the conversation I had with him
Mm-hmm.
that really humbled me, really put me somewhere. Like this man is talking about me as I'm the greatest he thinks he's ever heard or
Yeah.
seen. And it was my first battle. And he begged me, whatever you do, bro, just please. And guess what? I became the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'm on many people Mount Rushmores, or if they got a Mount Rushmore without me, I done beat 3 or 4 of the niggas on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm the most viewed battle rapper ever. I have the most million viewed battles.
Yeah.
My brother's a big part of that.
Oh, I know.
So that's just to show you. So that is my first battle ever in my life. It wasn't one before, nothing. That is the first one I ever had.
Let's do this. Let's do this for both of y'all. let's put it together.
First battle was Fred, yo.
You know, you got that first battle was obviously you got called out. So, you know, that was kind of on the spot. But with your battles going forward, do you have any type of rituals that you do before you go in and you let loose?
No, I just always first thing I do is I wake up. I thank God that I'm able to wake up. Whatever transpires for the day, thank you for letting me be able to go through it. First thing I do first, I always rehearse a bunch of times before you go to sleep the night before. Wake up about 3, 4 in the morning because you want your brain to not be at its, you want your brain to be at its, maybe like in terms of thinking of stuff, at its weakest.
Yeah.
So that way, if you can get through your rhymes with your foggy brain still, that means you ready. You know what I'm saying? So you get up about 3, 4 in the morning and stuff. You go over it again or whatever. Then you go back to sleep. Then you get up for the day. You know what I'm saying? Go over it some more because you got to rehearse mad times. That's the only thing. You love it after a while, but that's the one thing you be like, it's draining.
Yeah.
You got to go through that shit all day, every day until you hit the stage. So wake up, rehearse, first thing. Don't even brush the jibs. Go straight into it. Hot, breath, all hot.
Yeah.
You by yourself. You just zoning out. You know what I'm saying? So you dolo, you zoning out or whatever. Boom, right? Then that's when you go brush your jibs because you went over your shits wild times. Boom, you brush your jibs. Go take your dump, Rich. You gotta take a dump. You gotta take a dump. Yeah. I don't care what niggas say. Before you perform, all artists, entertainers, basketball players, football players, take your dump before you perform, yo. You know what I'm saying? So you go take your morning dump, and then you shower, and then that way you can zone out for the whole day. And you process, and you get to the event. You know what I mean? After you shower, get dressed, you go to the venue. Then once you get to the venue, I like to get to the venue maybe 1 battle or 2 battles before I go. Let me study the crowd. And that's how I literally do it. I will sit there, watch the 4 people before me, which is 2 battles, 2 people going at it, 2 battles. I will watch the 4 people before me, and I would see what the crowd like. I would know what's going to happen tonight, who they going to really mess with, if they're not going to rock with me, because I can hear it, what they feel about everybody else. So I know what they're looking for. You know what I mean? So I get there about 2 battles before mine, and then I'll study, and then I know when it's my time. And then before it's my time, I just, thank God. I look up, I smile, my grandma's family, and I just say, yo, it's showtime. And that's it.
That's beautiful right
that's
there,
my
man.
whole sequence, man. Take your dump. Clean yourself.
He said it.
Take your dump, then jump in the shower. But you gotta take one before you perform, man. Always, man.
Clean.
So no, that's my preparation for the day. Yeah, before a battle.
Well, this journey has been exciting, crazy. It's had its ups, it's had its downs.
Yes, sir.
Who have been mentor or guides along the way that have helped you evolve into the entertainer, the rap artist you've become?
You know what? That's a good question. I wouldn't say nobody was a guidance, or I probably wouldn't say that, because honestly, when I did it, I taught myself.
Yeah.
I studied myself. I learned things all on my own and everything. But what I can say that I had was one of the greatest support systems, which I still have. One of the greatest support systems, and that's my mother, my brother Nate, my brother Leon, and my brother Troy. And, my family in general. But those right there, because, and salute to my dog Peso. Peso is somebody who truly believed in me with music and everything, not just battle rap. He believed in me like crazy. So, and my brother Jeffrey too, my bro Jeffrey, or whatnot. He's, that's my dog. We do a lot of work now, but he believes in me. So I got a great support system, but it's just always been me. I just never took full advantage or really went the hardest that I can ever go, or whatnot. So that's on me. But they have been by my side since day one. Yeah. And they love everything that I do, and they let me know when I'm bullshitting, when I'm doing good, when I'm not. They don't just, you're doing great. They'll tell me like, no, you playing, man. You're the greatest and you playing. So I wouldn't say I had mentors in that area. You get what I'm saying? Like my brother Troy was my mentor, is my mentor still, for life. Yeah. In terms of life, how life goes, which is the music and battle rap stuff too. But as far as music and rap goes, I did that myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? What you say, Charlie? Oh yeah, you know what I mean? What you say?
Yeah. Well, that's what you need.
I would say my support system. Yeah, it's great.
What do you feel motivates you and keeps this fire from within to keep pushing?
You gotta build it every day or every other week. You gotta create it. Yeah. It's hard to stay motivated by the same thing, for your life, like for your whole life. You gotta recreate shit. Even if you gotta pump fake a little bit. It might be one person that wrote, "You suck." You gotta be like, they think I fell off. The world think it's only one person said something. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta say this is what they thinking. You know what I mean? So you love to turn somebody who might be not constructive criticism, who might be hating. You'll love the look on their face or to turn them around. So just going against that, it builds a fire in you and motivates you like, okay, you want to say stuff, watch this one. Now let me see you hate on this one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just people like you, man, just wanting to interview me, wanting to talk to me. If I don't stay consistent, if I don't do nothing, then you don't interview me. What's the point? Like you have to have something, right? So even things like that, what happens one day when you don't get calls? When nobody's looking for you. You know what I mean? That needs to turn into a little fear to help you say, I'm going to stay on my shit because I don't want to know how that feels. Yeah, definitely. So I create my motivation as I go. Okay. My shit switches up here and there. I'll find it. And I always tell everybody, Muhammad Ali says, basically fake being a champion until you make it. This is somebody who became champion. Remember, before he got his belt, he was talking like he was the world champion already, which made everybody say, I don't like him. Who is this big mouth guy and everything? But he made the world watch. But his thing is, fake it till you make it. When I was young and I used to hear fake it till you make it, I thought it was bull crap till I got older and understood they didn't put full context on it. Yeah. Right? But now I understand what it means. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, even if you working out, you get what I'm saying? And people that work out don't see results ASAP. But you don't know that your face slimmed down. Sometimes you don't know your hands got a little skinnier because these are things you're not looking at. You're looking here. You got to pay attention. And that's why you got to find motivation. You got to tell yourself, oh, you know what? Hold on now, it went down a little bit. Okay, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then you got to motivate yourself. But if you looking and you like, I don't see it, fuck it, it's over, I'm working out for nothing. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Create that shit. Like however you got to create it. And that's what I do. I'll create, you know what I mean? Like for example, this interview is motivation. Yeah. Just because the conversation we have and how much you believe in my artist, like you believe in me, like just talking to me. Because if you didn't, I wouldn't be here, but you believe in me because I don't have no controversial shit going on for you to interview me for that. Like, yo, you threw a TV out the window last week. Let's talk about it. That ain't nothing going on with me. So your interview is from a genuine place of, yo, I watched you, you did your thing. I respect you when you come from. That's motivation for me, bro. And that's what I use.
I appreciate you acknowledging that. Battle rap, you're a legend. Like I said, I could say it over and over.
Yes, sir.
It's just your story is inspiring. How did you get the opportunity to join Wild 'N Out? Man.
Salute to my brother Nick Cannon. Man, salute to Now Evans. Salute to the whole Wild 'N Out cast. Salute to the staff, the PAs, everybody in the green rooms, the people behind the scene put the stage together. I shout out everybody because it's all the stars have to align. You know what I mean? They have to align. And they aligned up beautifully. And I was in London. Had a battle in London. This was 2015. And I was in London, and this when I was on Twitter. This when I had Twitter. I don't have Twitter no more yet. I'm only on Instagram, but it's when I had Twitter. So I had my ring on loud, my notifications on, because it was Twitter heavy at that time. So, London 5 hours ahead. So I forgot what time it was, but it was late night though. So I think it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? He in Cali and shit. So, the time difference and stuff. So I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, it was like 1, 2 in the morning. You hear ping. So I'm like, okay, who this? You know what I'm saying? So I go to look at the phone and it says direct message from Nick Cannon. So I'm thinking like, oh, it must be a blast to everybody. You know what I mean? Saying new season of Wild 'N Out or something like that. Oh, Nick might, Nick, Shaq, and Snoop, they always got a commercial, always selling something, always doing something. So I'm like, maybe it's some shit he promoting or whatever. So I opened a message, and the exact words in there was, "You ready?" And I'm like, word? Because see, the hitman ain't say nothing to me about nothing. So, I ain't know this, this must be Nick writing me on his own. So he wrote me, "You ready?" I wrote him back, hell yeah. Like, yeah, what's up? I'm definitely ready, right? He said, bet. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna be reaching out to you soon from Wild 'N Out. So just, when they email you or just get ready or whatever. So some time went by. So I start thinking like, oh man, this nigga conceited and told Nick to write me playing around, joking, because this is how we play. Like Hitman and Conceited, we do these games like this and lie and gas each other up about somebody, and nobody said nothing, how you all pissed off and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So I called Conceited. I'm like, yo, Con, bro, time is going by. Look, man, if you got me, bro. Great one, bro. But let's just end it and just say, he like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you told Nick to write me, man. He was like, no, idiot. He wrote you on his own. Then he goes, nah, I ain't gonna lie. That was me. I said, yo, man, nah, you messed up. You should have claimed it. He said, fuck, I should have claimed it when you first said it. Nah, he was like, nah, but he really wrote you. That's him. I didn't even know. He wrote you on his own or whatever. But it was taking a while. So you just start thinking like, well, damn, maybe it's over. I don't know. Then I got the email.
Damn.
Yeah, salute to Shelby. I got the email, Shelby. You know what I mean? And that's how I joined. Nick just hollered at me. You know what I think inspired it too? Because people can say what they want, but Nick is a real historian with music. Like, Nick really into music. Like, music is his baby for real. Like, that man loves music. Don't care what nobody say. His passion is music. Like, for real. Yeah. And he listens to everything. He sees everything. So what happened too was, I think this what kind of got me in the door a little bit. He was battling on Wild 'N Out. He was doing the Wild style. And I just had hit T-Rex with these, I'm way nice. Give you a choice in the elevator. You want the Solange, right? Yeah. Or the Ray Rice, right? Because, both in the elevator situations. That, when I did that sent the building erupting. They both were situations that just happened in the elevator. So, way nice. You want the Solange or the Ray Rice? Nick said it on the show. Oof. Not stealing it, but Nick just was watching my shit, so he just was like, you want the Solange or the Ray Rice or whatever. So fans started writing him, you know what I'm saying? About like, you stole Could join whatever. And I'm writing like, no, he ain't still that. Like, you know what I mean? Nah, but I'm like, Nick though, but you better put me on the show and get ready to battle. I was, joking or whatever, wrote that. Yeah. And I still to this day think that had a little something to do with it. For like he might have saw that. Like, you know what? Because I was watching him. I really like this dude. I think he's super talented. Yeah. I need to put him on the show. Man. Because Con and Hitman is killing it already. But the one thing that they don't do that I do is my freestyling ability. And at that time I was more comedic. I was
Yeah.
more of a comedian than those two. If you look at some of my old skits in my style and battle rapping. You know what I mean? So they had the game locked with the bars and whatever. You know, you couldn't just come to the show and beat them. But that comedy side and freestyling side off the top,
Yeah.
that's what I presented. And I think that's what I was really brought for. And then when I got there, that's why I say, salute the Nile and everybody on the cast, because all the OGs, DC, Chico, Carlos, and them showed me so much love when I first got there. And now Evans showed me a tremendous amount of love as executive producer and threw me in the fire. And he, Clips, you're scared, nigga? What are you running? You're scared? Get in there.
Yeah.
And I was in me scared. I would
Nah.
jump in there and go crazy on jokes and everything. And then they was like, yo, we got a triple threat. This is crazy. And the rest is just history. 2016, first season 8, LA for me.
Well, it's so iconic to see that elevation you've taken. What is it like working alongside the names you just named off? DC, Chico, Justina, man.
My sister. Me and her came in at the same time.
Yeah.
And we the only ones from our class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's still on the show. Yeah, we the only
I'm
ones
telling you,
from our
I
class.
watched this, man.
So it's an honor and a privilege to be amongst not just great people, but talented people like that. And you got to remember, nobody owes nobody nothing. You know, when you first come on the show, like nobody have to give you advice. Nobody have to talk to you. This is a job. I could do what I got to do and keep it moving. But the first day, it was just so much love and, advice and people talking to you. So imagine you walking in and Carlos and Chico just start battling you as soon as they see you.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I say, yo, as soon as they see you, and then they hug you and then they dap you up and they say, man, you really don't understand, man. Like how much we watch you, man, and shit. You know what I mean? And you just hearing that and find out they some of the biggest battle rap fans in the world.
Yeah.
And then, DC, back in his Vine days, I was one of his he actually did a skit that had me my name and stuff involved in it too before we ever met. You know what I'm saying? And he's a battle rap connoisseur. That man watches battle rap and knows battle rap like the back of his hand. So just to have that, man, just the love, and Justina is a beast. You know what I'm saying? One of the best freestylers that, to ever touch the planet.
Yeah.
And just to be around that and just, sparring and going at it and different stuff, man.
Team Redhead.
Man, yeah. Yeah, man. It's just a blessing, bro. It's just a blessing. Like I said, God has blessed me tremendously in that area just as well. You know what I mean? So I'm amongst legends, you know what I mean? And
For sure.
And greats and stuff, so.
What do you feel this type of exposure on this level has taught you about yourself?
That's a good question. What has it taught me about myself? That I ain't changed not one bit.
Yeah.
You enhance, but that don't mean you have to change. And I'm still the same person. Take pictures galore.
I love how you
I
just
take
said
so
that.
many. I take so many pictures and stuff. Some people ask me like, "Yo, you don't get tired of this?" Never. Because without the people that's taking pictures with me, I don't ever get to take pictures. Appreciate, acknowledge, show love, keep it moving, stay home. If you know what I mean, if you don't want to be outside with that. So I've never changed, but I've enhanced things. I put it to you like that. So I've learned to stay humble and to never forgot where I came from.
Yeah.
In them situations, yeah.
Man, I gotta say, to have you in front of me, I do these interviews and I've come a long way, and there's been the names that come on, but just to see you as a person and really feel how much type of humility you have, how humble you are. I believe you deserve everything that has come your way.
Thank you, my
and
brother.
I want to
Appreciate
say that to you. What do you feel has been your biggest achievements out of this journey you've been on, and milestones that stand out for you?
My biggest achievement and on this journey that I have been on, I would say my biggest achievement has been not crumbling. I think that's my biggest achievement. success is a scary thing.
Yeah.
Success is a tough thing. It's a lot of things that come with it. And what you have to fight through, you know, when you're in the public eye, it's an animal, it's a beast, and the shit will bite the shit out you.
Yeah.
And you can get infected, you know what I mean, and it could take you out. And I'm, speaking from a metaphorical standpoint,
For sure.
And I would say that's my biggest achievement, because you know how many rappers are made every day. You know how many quit. You know how many stop. You know how many feel like my shit ain't doing this. I quit. It ain't going well. Many people lost their lives. How many people are in jail right now? Things of that nature because of success.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's a crazy thing, and not crumbling to me is because, like I've said, I've seen it. Yeah. I've had my days where I could have, and it was right there. You know what I mean? But you just got to keep believing and keep fighting through. So I would say that, because, I could say, oh, man, most viewed battle rapper ever. Oh, with these millions of views, TV show, do all that. But, that all just ties into staying strong through all of that and persevering through, the adversity and the problems and things of that nature. So that's what I would really say, and that was really off the top. I'm glad you asked that. That's a real good question, man. I would say not crumbling, man, and just being solid and staying strong through everything.
Wow. Yeah, man. Well, here's the facts. You haven't. But, who has been, with battle rap, who's been your toughest competitor? And who's also been the one that you would say, it's not to get you in your cocky mode, but like, who did you feel was like easiest, toughest to easiest? Like, I don't think you could say easiest, but like.
Well, to answer question one, not to sound cliche, but that would be me. That's just first and foremost. If you watch my battles, if you're a fan of Charlie Clips or you like my work, nobody can really beat me. Anybody that has even come close to beating me, or beat me, if anybody eyes, it's because I bullshitted. I didn't have a round or two, or I just walked in freestyling the whole battle, played around. But nobody can genuinely beat me. And I say that with the utmost respect to everybody and everything. But there's not a soul on this earth that can beat me in battle rap if I'm locked in. Then there's nobody. That's number one. So to me, my biggest opponent is myself.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to sound cliche, but my record shows that. You can talk all you want, but I have a track record that shows when I take something serious. It's just something different. With that being said, I have bullshitted quite a few. So it's people that watch it can be like, man, so you got the right to do that. Yeah. But we all know when I'm serious, it ain't nobody on this planet. And as far as opponents, toughest to weakest or whatnot, I have the most bodies in battle raps in terms of big names. Nobody has beat the names that I've beat the shit out of these gentlemen. You know what I mean? And the big dog names too.
Yeah, for sure.
Niggas ain't got that. Niggas don't got the most views. Niggas don't got as many million view battles. So, for me, it's just more so of, it's hard to judge that because I don't think that person was born yet.
Yeah.
I don't think the person that's gonna give me the battle, with bars and stuff was really born yet or whatnot. So it's hard to answer those, that question.
Got you. You in the spotlight. You in, not in and out, but you're consistently in the spotlight. What's most important to you when you're connecting with fans?
What's most important with me?
Yeah.
To me, when I'm connected with fans, the most important thing is that they walk off. With the smile of a lifetime, and just the knowledge. If they stopped and we talked, just the knowledge that I've given them, hope it enhances or help their life out. That they learn something from talking to me. that's really it, man, because I just think that makes a person day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because they can see you and they can smile, but when you dap them up, or when you hug the female, when you take the picture, when they talk to you after, like, yo, you got some advice, or what you thinking, and you really stand there for 10 more minutes and you really talking to them while people are waiting for you in the car. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we gotta go. Give me 1 second. Yo, listen, man, it's difficult, but you gotta blah, blah, blah. And those conversations help save lives and different things. I've literally talking to people who's thought about, ending things, or, things not being right for them, going through trouble with their family, different things, hospital, sick. I've been, people have emailed me, DM'd me, stopped on the street, so many people that's going through things that a conversation with me has helped and changed them and the way they think, and has brought some type of, light into their darkness. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, like I said, I just think the biggest smile when they walk off, or the biggest lesson learned, you know what I mean, and giving them some great advice. And that's it. You know what I mean? Anything else, that's what it is. But as long as they coming up to me, that's what I hope they walk off with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So now, with that type of response, when it's time to hang up this jersey, and let a new generation thrive, what do you hope to leave behind as far as what you've attributed to battle rap and even your entertainment?
I hope that battle rappers of my stature, you know what I mean, really, really, really understand that what I did in the game was so beautiful for the game that nobody's gonna understand it for years, till I'm fully out of it, or whatever the case may be. And that what I did was I came in the game as a phenomenon in my first battle and became a bigger phenomenon in my second battle. There's things that I've done that nobody in battle rap has ever done. The fastest rise, the biggest impacts, things of that nature, many main events, many headlines and things of that nature, right? But out of all of it, the biggest thing that I've done that I think can trickle down in the game to keep it going was I gave people shots.
Yeah.
If I don't give people shots, I probably average 3 million views per battle. If I only take big fights. You see what I'm saying? If I only take big fights, you don't get B Magic to battle Conceited ever.
Yeah.
You don't get Tay Rock to be the dude, the run that he's on. You get what I'm saying? You don't get these from them. You know what I mean? So, and I could keep going. There's many more names I gave their first million views to.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But when Rock, after I did what I did to Tay Rock the first time, even when he was doing good, a big dog of my stature didn't want to battle him until I rematched him and showed the world. Even I beat the shit out of him the first time, but this kid is talented.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give him another chance to get his get back. Niggas ain't built like that. And the thing is, a lot of people are not giving these people these shots that can enhance and increase the game. So when we chill, they got it. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, the shots are coming in 1 rounds and stuff like that. But no, big, give them the real deal shots. So nobody did that but me like that. You know what I mean? And when I say of my stature, we're talking of God tier. You know what I mean? Of God tier, super top tier, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Now they try to give a couple shots, but the game has watered down a little bit, so the shots don't seem genuine. But I'm talking about back then when the fights meant everything. I was in them rumbles.
Yeah.
To go against B Magic when B Magic wasn't nowhere near of my stature, and to take him in front of that created a even bigger monster with Magic.
Yeah.
My battle set off Magic to get the big dogs after that. You know what I mean? The Tay Rocks gave Daylight, you know what I mean, his first 2 million view battle. That's my dog, but he ain't know what 2 million views look like until I battled him. You know what I mean? And I said, I got more and more, but it's not this, just name names, but just to say, this is what this shit is about, man. Yeah. You got to give the shots, man.
I've seen it firsthand with you. Like I said last night, seeing the way you interacted with everyone after the battles, lending the advice, telling them where they could improve, telling them how they're delivering, and just to me, that's a genuine part of being a human being, man.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of gatekeepers in this world. One of the greatest blessings that me throughout this journey is that most people would think, like, they always ask, like, how do you get these names? It's by just consistency, and it's me being who I am.
Character.
And it's my character and the way, you know what I mean? After these interviews, these become friendships. You know what I mean?
We gonna call that CNC for now on.
Yeah.
Well, how do you CNC? What's
CNC?
that? Consistency and character.
Yeah, man.
That's how we gonna do CNC.
And it's just it's been a blessing, but you do have gatekeepers who try to shut that down, and you should never ever, if you see somebody that's adamant about being a better human being and leaving the world a better place than what it was before.
Yeah.
You should be all for that. That should be a motive in life.
It's the fear.
Yeah.
The fear getting knocked off your pedestal.
Yeah.
You know.
It definitely is.
But when you that man, and you don't think nobody gonna knock you off.
You know God got you.
All of that.
You know God got you.
G-O-D.
G-O-D. Well, you know, we always work up to this question.
Let's do it.
And this really resides with our youth and just aspiring people who've been where you are in the beginning. What advice will you give to our youth and aspiring battle rappers, entertainers? What's the advice you would give?
The advice I would give to our inspiring youth and battle rappers is get a job. Nah.
You got me.
No. The advice I would give is this. Go hard at whatever you do. Things are going to be rough. They're going to be tough. Everything is not going to be easy. The more you fight through wherever you're trying to get to, the better your music would be, the better your story would be. Consistency is key. Some days you're not going to rap. Some days you're going to have to do something else. But make sure you come back to it and you never give up. Because there are plenty of battle rappers, plenty of artists, basketball players, football players, baseball players, firefighters, policemen, doctors, lawyers that have all given up on their profession. So, it's just that one little thing that'll keep you going, which is motivation. As I stated earlier, if you have to get motivated by something, make sure you look for that motivation each and every day. And it will keep you going. It will light the fire under you, whether you have children or a child. Look at your child or your children. That's your motivation. People who doubted you in the hood, that's your motivation. That teacher that told you in school, you're never going to be nothing when you grow up, that's your motivation. It's all around us. So whatever you do, find it, use it, put that fire in your heart, and apply that fire to your pen, to the booth, or in your bars, whatever you decide to do. But whatever you do, don't ever give up on anything that you want to do, especially when it comes to battle rapping, sports, or whatever. And that's the best advice that I can give. And I know it's so cliche just to say, don't give up. But I promise you guys, this shit ain't easy as it looks sometimes on the internet. There's a real life behind it. You never know what somebody's going through. So if you're somebody that's going through something or somebody that will go through something, I'm here to tell you, don't ever give up, yo. That's my advice. And that's it.
Man, Charlie, I started this journey August 4th, 2022. And since that day, week by week, I've been releasing content. And it's moments like this that I get in my journey where for someone like you to co-sign, acknowledge, and show love and share your time with me. That is something that I take to heart. That is something that lets me know that I'm on my path. And that's ultimately like the advice you just gave, not to give up.
Don't give up, bro.
Don't give up. So I just want to say thank you. I want to say, I'll be a fan for life through the battles, through Wild and Out. I'm going to need some of those tickets.
I got you.
But,
I got you.
I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know you're well known, but what are ways people can contact you if they, they want to,
The main thing for me is Instagram. I try to stick to one social media website. Yeah. I've tried to do multiple, and I'm blessed to have so many people messaging me all the time.
Yeah.
And I try to answer as much as I can. And when you got 3 to 4, stream of, social media, and you're trying to, it's a difficult thing. So the real Charlie Clips on Instagram is where I usually reply the most at. You can find me on there.
Yeah.
And, also another way you can find me is by energy. Believe me when I tell you, think about it, it'll happen. So, just go to my Instagram. You see how to contact me. My email is in my bio. Holler at me, let me know what's up. And before we get out of here, I just wanted to say thank you, my brother, for having me up here, man, on your platform and for reaching out to me to make this happen. And not only that, but the questions that you asked me, man.
Yeah.
Home run hitting questions for me personally. And, that means you did your research right. That means you did your homework, man. And I just wanted to say thank you, brother, for opening up a couple doors that, that I have closed, but to remind me them doors is there. And, you got to take care of them and make sure they're good. So I just wanted to say thank you for having me on the show. Spearhead Conversation. You know what I'm saying, man? It's an honor. It's a privilege to be up here, my brother. And, I know we'll do this again, as my journey continues yours, and we'll have so much more to talk about coming up,
Thank you. Again, thank you. And from this point on, you a friend of mine. I hope I'm going to be a friend of yours. And, I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, man.
And with that being said, Spearhead out.